Hey guys, I want to do a quick video talk a little bit about dependent and independent variables. Now that's kind of the focus of the assignment this week, but I wanted to do a short little video just to kind of drive some points home. So dependent and independent variables become very important when you're selecting your research topic, especially. Dependent variables are usually a behavior. It's the thing that you're looking to change. And a lot of times in our practice, it's a behavior. Or some type of action, usually, that you're looking to make change in. Okay. The independent variable becomes the thing that you want to introduce to the dependent variable to see if it makes change in it. It wasn't there before, but you want to try to see if it makes a difference. Okay. So let's give an example. Say my dependent variable is sleep. Sleep is something that is measurable. We can measure it really easy. Your dependent variable has to be something you can measure. We can measure it by like recording how much sleep I get every night, how many hours and minutes I sleep every night. Okay. So I could look at my dependent variable, over time and see what my sleep pattern is, right? So say my sleep pattern is not so great and I want to introduce something to improve my sleep pattern. So let's say I want to, I don't know, listen to classical music for 30 minutes before bedtime. Okay. And as long as I can find some, in terms of your research project, you want to find some literature that supports that, right? But my independent variable would become the classical music. So it has to be something that you can introduce, and you have to do it consistently. When you introduce it. So in terms of my research project, I might do a baseline measurement and measure my sleep for 2 weeks. Okay, just without anything else, and then I might introduce the classical music for 30 minutes for 2 weeks, and then I could compare the results, continue to track my sleep during that period, and then still listen to classical music for 30 minutes every night. And that way I can look at the baseline, what it was before, and what it was with the classical music to see if there's any differences, if there's any measurable differences, right? So that's the thought process here with the independent dependent variables. So be thinking about that while you're doing your assignment this week, and getting into the readings and starting to look at that. And there's a really good video on down about reading research articles too. So you can, as you're starting to look at literature, you can do that, which we'll be picking topics here in the next few weeks. So that's something to be thinking ahead. So dependent and independent variables. The independent, just always remember, independent wasn't there. It was not, doesn't rely on the dependent variable, but we're seeing if it can make a change in that dependent variable or that behavior. So I hope that's helpful to you in terms of thinking about dependent and independent variables, and plants a seed for your research project. Take care, guys.